This is InFocus News. Hello, I'm David Gibbons.
And I'm Tanya Chan. Thanks for joining us.
1,400 young competitors in New Plymouth, New Zealand have helped break the world record for a triathlon series, pushing the total number up to 18,959 participants nationwide. Amidst giant cheering from the crowd, Prime Minister John Key congratulated the participants of the iconic Weet-Bix triathlon. Prime Minister Key said the Sanitarium Health Food Company series was hugely important in getting youngsters involved and active.
Companies like Sanitarium, they're out there with real sense of corporate responsibility. They're putting back into the community, and kids are seeing that it's on top of that a very healthy food to have when you're out in having a triathlon. Competitors
swam 100 or 200 metres, depending on age, followed by a 4 or 8 kilometre bike ride and a 1.5 kilometre run. After giving every competitor a gold medal, sporting stars posed for photos with the kids and their proud parents.
It's a great event for young kids and parents to come out and give them an opportunity to do the Weet-Bix triathlon.
It's such a great event. There's so many kids out there doing their best and being out there and being active.
New Plymouth Triathlon was the last in a series of 11 across New Zealand. And there will be a fuller report on the triathlon later in the program.
Recent attempts to legislate Sunday as an official rest day within the European Union continue to cause concern among Seventh-day Adventists and other faith groups. The Roman Catholic Church, as well as some Protestant churches, want to enforce Sunday rest in Europe through legislation. Adventists support many of the arguments in favour of rest, such as family, health and ecology and values. But Adventists do not support Sunday rest legislation, which risks forcing minority groups who observe a day other than Sunday to conform with mainstream practices. To date, all Sunday law initiatives through the European Union have failed, but publications including the Belgian Catholic weekly De Monche continue the push, quoting Pope Benedict XVI as supporting the struggle for legislated Sunday rest.
One of the press operators at Signs, the printing arm of the Adventist Media Network in Warburton, Victoria, has been awarded by the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology. Jared Knight was a finalist for the Apprentice of the Year in Victoria. Knight took away 4 industry training awards, including the George Colley, George Kidman and Brissett Awards.
I like to think of working for Signs as a way of fulfilling a mission for the church, and found that printing is something that I've been really interested in by doing an apprenticeship here, so it's been good.
The annual awards are widely recognised and highly coveted throughout the printing and graphic arts industries.
A giant travelling Bible that is on tour in the South Pacific is now in Australia after spending more than 3 weeks in Papua New Guinea. Used by the Seventh-day Adventist Church to encourage members to read the Bible, the giant book arrived in Brisbane after receiving a big send-off from the Adventist Church in Papua New Guinea. The Bible was in Sydney over the Easter weekend and was on display in a shopping mall and the town's main street while travelling in Oberon, Lithgow and Mudgee this week. Next week, the tour continues in New Zealand.
Australian cricketer Brett Lee has been through a difficult time lately, but has been encouraged to return to the game with a renewed sponsorship offer from Sanitarium Weet-Bix. Lee went through some personal difficulties and also suffered physical injury. According to the Sydney Sun Herald, the paceman has piled on 10 kilos of muscle. And Lee says he's feeling fitter and stronger physically and mentally. Lee has just re-signed with Weet-Bix, extending his association with the company to an incredible 12 years.
Children aged 10 to 14 in the South Pacific now have a new way of learning to pray and develop daily Bible reading habits. A prayer journal developed by the Adventist Children's Ministries in the South Pacific encourages children to spend at least an hour a day reading and reflecting on specific Bible verses.
We think it's really important to encourage them to read the Word and to get a love for knowing the Word for themselves, and we see that this is a way that they can do it.
The prayer journal has morning and evening reflection pieces that reveal how the Old and New Testaments have the same themes. It covers three main areas: grace, worship and the result. And in this week's edition of Record, the Papatoetoe Church Youth organise a basketball tournament to raise awareness of 360 ministries in the community.
A series of evangelistic meetings in Vanuatu result in 52 baptisms.
Fulton College in Fiji ordains its first female elder.
And there are mixed results for Adventist politicians standing in the recent Queensland elections. Did you know that you can watch the full half hour of InFocus on Hope Channel every weekend?
And if you don't have Hope TV, you can watch the program online. Thanks for watching. I'm Tanya Chan.
And I'm David Gibbons. See you again next week.